What's going on, fellow ghosts, gamer heads, anime nerds, and renegades? Welcome back to the channel. And first off, let me say, well, I'm recording this beforehand, but it will be New Year's by the time you guys see this. And to those of my followers who are across the pond, they already been celebrating that shit for like 6 hours now. So happy New Year's to everybody. Hope 2026 is a great year for us. We all gonna have great years. I'm claiming it now. So y'all stay tuned. Keep kicking it with me. We gonna rock out for real, for real. But tonight I have another doubleheader, and I know y'all seen the notification, so you know one of the videos that's for sure gonna be in this reaction, and that is the Big Push released a performance called Passenger slash Kids. So we definitely gonna be checking that out, and then I have through somewhat credible sources that the restrictions on Coheed and Cambria songs have been relented somewhat, so I'm going to attempt to react to The Light in the Glass from Starling Ballroom because I feel like that was one of the better performances, live performances of that song that I've heard. So those are the songs that we'll be checking out tonight. Excuse me. My mouth was dry as hell, so I apologize. I normally do that before I start talking, but yeah, anyway. So that's what we have on board for the night. Hopefully we won't run into any copyright issues. But yeah, I'm excited. It's a new year, and we're gonna get into some good new music. But hope you guys are ready. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the Big Push Passenger. See, I want to. If this could frame my like experience of the Big Push in 2025, this would be it. Shirtless Ren, Glenn, either smoking a cigarette or just as chill as fucking possible. Romaine, his extremely flamboyant but magnetic self, and Gore just like the ripple without a cause, like a motherfucker. Like this is if I could picture the Big Push 2025, this would be the photo that I would have. I just had to say that. Okay, they got going on the bass.
I am a passenger, and I ride and I ride. I ride through the cities by sides. I see the stars come out tonight, and they look so good tonight. I am a passenger, I stay under glass. I look through my window so bright, I see the stars come out tonight.
How many of y'all feel like y'all are kind of passengers in your own lives? Just out of curiosity, I'm just listening to the lyrics and what he's saying about like looking out the window, watching the world passing them by, stuff like that. And I was just wondering how, like, out of all 777 of y'all, how many of you feel like you're actually in control of everything that goes on in your life, or sometimes you feel like you're more of a passenger and things are happening and they are completely out of your control? That's a very interesting concept. It's sort of that destiny versus decision type thing. But definitely let me know down in the comments, because this is an interesting lead-in.
Under glass, I look through my window so bright, I see the stars come out tonight, under a great big hollow sky, under the city's ripped back sky.
We got a harmony coming.
And it looks so good tonight. Singing la 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 la.
Hey, hey.
Get into the car, we'll be the passenger.
sometimes I didn't mean to cut him off. I'm a rewinder. Y'all know I'm a rewinder. My boy is tearing it up. And he's singing. He ain't even playing the guitar. Well, he playing, but he not playing. But you know I'm a rewinder. Is the point. But how many of y'all just get in the car and just go for a drive sometimes? I do it occasionally. I feel like it clears my head as long as I'm not in like crazy stupid traffic and shit like that. But just I did when Rowan said let's get in the car and go for a ride. That was the first thing I thought of, just like getting on the road and just like seeing nothing but like not even having a destination in front of you, just knowing you're going. Sometimes that'd be like the coolest feeling and the most like grounding feeling that I've experienced is just hitting the open road and just like it ain't nothing but me and you for the next 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? 6 hours, whatever. I don't know. Any of y'all, any of my fellow renegades, road enthusiasts, let me know down in the comments. But we got to go all the way back because my boy surprised. I thought Ren was gonna carry the singing, but they always managed to surprise. I should have figured when they had Gordon on bass, but he might sing a verse. We never know. That's why we love this band though. Hey,
Get
oh.
into the car. We'll be the passenger. We'll ride through the whole sky. Oh, the stars so bright tonight. Oh, they're shining bright tonight. Oh, they're made for us tonight. Ooh. You were a child, crawling on your knees towards it, making Papa so proud. No time to think of consequences. Well, he liked to watch you laughing and picking insects off plants. No time to think of consequences.
Man, just thinking about it. When you was a child doing stupid shit like sticking your fingers in ant hills and see how long you can hold it in there. That's some dumb shit on the block. I remember me and my friends doing having challenges to see who could sit there and be bit by fire ants the longest. It was the dumbest shit ever. But it was just some kid shit, and it was just like us not thinking about the fucking consequences. One of us potentially having like a fire ant allergy or some shit like that. Luckily, that never happened. But just being like looking through the lens of an adult, looking at being a kid, and the worst thing you had to worry about was like going to school and like bullying is different now. Like when I was young, like people got bullied, yes, because but that was just because they specifically elected not to fight. Like it wasn't a necessity to fight. People knew the people like who didn't like weren't about their life and they left them niggas the fuck alone, left them to go read their books or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like me, like I'd be in the library, people would fuck with me, and plus, like I watched anime and stuff like that, and like I was like somewhat of a loner because I was always walking around with books, like reading while I was walking and stuff. But I also played football, so I I knew both worlds. I knew the outcast sort of, and I was also like getting picked up from football practice for the team captain 1 year. So it was just a really weird experience in high school for me. I know high school may have been different for a lot of people. I'm not saying bullying didn't exist. I'm just saying a lot of times when I was in high school, people would agree to just fight, and then sometimes you end up friends with that motherfucker after y'all fought. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a couple of dudes who I squared up with at the bus stop, and then we just ended up kicking after that. You know what I'm saying? Like we both knew okay, he won't back down. You know what I mean? Like if it's coming to cuffs, then you know what I'm saying, he gonna throw them things just like me. So we just ended up clicking up. So just young and just being young and not thinking about the consequences of shit. It's a really cool vibe for a song. It's got the crowd into it. It's got the traditional, what I would call traditional big push energy. I mean, they can't get wild and crazy. Shout out to Scorpio because she let me know that they not doing too many more live performances because the crowd can get kind of wild, and I found that to be a little bit saddening. But I completely understand. Safety comes first. But yeah, just listening to the song and the lyrics that all of them are singing is really making me think about. This was a good song to listen to on New Year's Eve for me because I was just thinking about really poignant things like being the passenger of your own life and thinking about looking at life through the lens of a child and when things have no consequence and you know how it can kind of give you perspective on how you should look at life going forward, you know, as an adult, you know, where there are many consequences for our actions. So that being said, yeah, sorry to rant for so long. I'm trying to make these videos as transformative as possible so I don't get no more copyright issues. Sorry guys, you know me. I love you. Ain't nobody told you today. Y'all the greatest. Alright, here we go.
Laughing and picking incest of plans. No.
Oh, by the way, Romaine shredded that shit. Like, that was a nasty guitar solo. And then Ring followed up with it. That shit was dope. I did not catch that. If anybody was wondering, yes, I know y'all saw me making the face.
No time to think of consequences. Enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from it. A family of trees falling to be haunted. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Take only what you need from it. A family of trees falling to be haunted.
Hey. Bending this shit. He be making it weep, I'm telling you.
This is the audience participation moment. La 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 la.
The audience involved in the good shit. You can't tell me the energy don't get you too, man. Like this is some definitely like the way I'm behaving right now is definitely like some singing along in the shower type shit. But I don't care. This is my channel. I'm gonna enjoy the music. We're gonna enjoy the music together. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna be our weird selves, man. Just be you. That's the best thing you can do on this channel. Be yourself. In the comments, you know, everybody just be yourself and fuck everything else. But nah, we finna go back and la together. Let's go. A little bit of crowd involvement ain't never hurt nobody. Hey, the big push, man. Thank you to the big push. Shout out to the big push. Shout out to Grillian. Shout out to Goran. Shout out to Romaine. And of course, shout out to our boy Ren. And shout out to you guys. We've had an amazing year together. It's been some crazy moments, some crazy videos. It's been popped off. It's all been thanks to you guys, the bumping the channel and, just spreading the videos around and people coming in and just embracing the community. And that's what I was hoping to build, was just a dope ass positive community. And that's thus far it's become quite a large outfit, and that's all thanks to you guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I want to get the song "The Passengers," "Kids," by the Big Push. I don't know how many more live busking performances of theirs we'll get to see, but any and all of them, you can guarantee to be able to come to this channel and react to them live with me whenever they drop, because I'm gonna be all over that shit. Thank you to the Bigfoot Push for making like music in 2025 like really resonate with me again, because I discovered so many different covers and songs and art styles that I just wasn't aware of. I never would have known of the Skinner Brothers if it wasn't for Ren and the Big Push and things of that nature. So with that being said, thank you to Ren, thank you to the Big Push, Goring, Romaine, Glenn. Thank you to my community. And I could do the name thing, but it'll take me. This video already at 24 minutes, but y'all know who y'all are. But yeah, now I'm presenting to you guys because I'm hoping with all of my inner being there will be no issues. If they don't want, if I can't monetize the video, I don't give a shit if the video can't be monetized. I just want to be able to react to this song with you guys. It's one of my absolute favorite songs of Coheed and Cambria's. I think it juxtaposes well with Kid Passengers because it also starts out with a certain type of vibe and the song builds, and then there is a audience participation element as well, and then there is like the ending of the song is much more energy filled, just like Kids Passengers was, or Passenger Kids was. So I definitely think these would be two good songs to juxtapose together. My boy Claudio Sanchez, he's an amazing vocalist, one of my absolute favorite vocalists of all time. But this is like I said, one of my favorite songs. So I really hope you guys like it. If you're a fan of the channel, then I think you will dig it. Shout out to Visual Cottage and a couple of other my fellow renegades that are also Coheed and Cambria fans. Y'all know y'all the greatest. But yeah, I can't do nothing about the quality because this is live from Starland Ballroom. But like I said, this is one of the most epic performances of this song that I've ever witnessed. I've seen several different versions, including ones with new band members. This is with the original Coheed and Cambria band members, and just all you really gonna see is Claudio singing, but the song is still just an amazing performance. So I hope you enjoy. But without further ado, Coheed and Cambria, "The Light in the Glass," live from Starland Ballroom.
All right, this one we're probably going to play on our headliner in the fall, but we didn't really have a chance to rehearse it, so I figured I'd just do it. But thanks again for coming.
Slowly the pen touches paper in the guidance of the words that you write. Memories roll in of the things you once did and who you had shared them. Somebody thinking of you. telling you this with the words that cross teeth and jump lips. A poor choice of words and wanting to tell you anything. The words don't come with ease. They're forever mine. But would it really matter?
And you can hear the crowd like going off in every transition of the songs because this is such a beloved song, and every part of the song really resonates. Um, and it's like I said, interpreting Coheed and Cambria songs is very difficult for me because I know there's a backstory there that I'm not 100% up to snuff on, so that I don't know the meaning of the things he says when he says like slowly the pen touches paper and the guidance of the words that you write and stuff like that. It could be somebody trying to write a letter to somebody they love. Because he does say, is somebody thinking of you? And it's very difficult. We can go back and listen to it again because that'll make the video a little bit more transformative, and also it'll help me listen to the song and try to better analyze, because I've listened to the song millions of times, but I've never really contemplated what the lyrics actually are referring to. So this is a good place to start.
With the words that cross teeth and jump lips. A poor choice of words and wanting to tell you anything. The words don't come with ease. They're forever mine.
Okay, so basically feeling so open and vulnerable with a person that when the words they cross teeth and jump lips, you know, like you maybe utter something that's completely open and completely you know, completely yourself or something like that, and it may poor choice of words and wanting to tell you anything could be referring to somebody not receiving that well, and as a result of you wanting to tell them anything. Once again, this is me just speculating and spitballing. If anybody does have the lowdown on the song and the meaning of the lyrics, I'm looking at you, Visual Cottage, let me know. If anybody has the words, definitely let me know down in the, has the meaning of some of these words, let me know down in the comments.
Would it really matter if you were to count the days left with your hands? You focus secure, and the loves you left well, smiles staged in photographs, here until.
And then would it really matter if you were to count the days left with your hands? I mean, I think that's kind of like evident, you know. He's like saying like worrying about like future and things of like mortality is essentially like a bad way to wait, or a poor choice to waste time, because like it's inevitable. Or that's at least what, like I said, I'm grasping at straws here, but I'm also trying to make the video transformative and also understand the lyrics. But if you were to count the days left with your hands, focus secure, and the love you left well, smile staged in photographs, here until. So smile staged in photographs, I mean, could be people pretending that they're, you know, pretending things are happier than they are. It's just a lot to unpack. But I listened to this song never endingly. I listened to the album version on my Spotify playlist. So I'm definitely gonna be listening to it a little bit more, like during my workouts and stuff, to try to see if I can actually pick apart this song. But I can cheat because I have you guys to rely on. So definitely let me know in the comments if you have better meaning of the words.
But you left the light on for the chance I might have tripped her. You were there to hold on, ignoring the words of your obnoxious little brother. Kill or be killed, spill the words from your mother. I'll lay awake for a while. I'll leave the light on while. But you couldn't last a lifetime. Caught between here and the days of air, carving her name across your arm. With every wish, it's hidden there. I told you so. I measure distance in lines, departing the rest of my life.
So that part of the song is just like one of my favorite parts of the song, just because it's the beginning of the song transforming. Well, he said, "You left the light on," which, now that I think about it, referring back to what my supposition was about the beginning of the song, is that like somebody said something in a state of vulnerability, being completely open. It wasn't received well, and so the person like maybe distanced himself or walked away. But then he, in this part, he refers to "you left the light on in case I might have tripped," which indicates, like knowing that the person would try to follow after them. You left the light on in case I might have tripped, so it's like a little bit of hope, a little bit of light in the darkness sort of a situation, it feels like. But it may be a little bit of trickery involved in that. I'm not sure. That's because of things that will occur later in the song, but we're not there yet, so I'm not gonna get into that yet. But the "you left the light on" definitely it definitely gave the impression to me of somebody like he said, and even here he says, "I'll leave the light on a while," and then he repeats it like, "I'll leave the light on a while." Yeah. So it's like a return of that, or reciprocation of that. Like now that person has distanced himself again, and the person singing is hoping that maybe they'll be following. So now they're leaving the light on. It's very layered. It's a very beautiful song, and I feel like I'm fucking up the tempo of it by like breaking it down so much. But I really have to pause and comment on these because I really don't want them to get claimed for like struck and nobody can see it. So we'll rewind it a little bit more so y'all can hear. Yeah, this is.
Light on for the chance I might have tripped her. You were there to hold on, ignoring the words of your obnoxious little brother. Kill or be killed, spill the words from your mother. I'll lay awake for a while. I'll leave the light on while. But you couldn't last a lifetime. Caught between here and the days of air, carving her name across your arm. With every wish, it's hidden there. I told you so. I measure distance in lines, departing the rest of my life. But you had better things to do.
See, that's what I was talking about when I said things that occur later in the song will indicate that maybe there was some trickery. Because he said, I'll lay awake for a while. I'll leave the light on. Why, yeah. And then he goes into, but you couldn't last a lifetime. But you couldn't last a lifetime. Caught between here and the days of it, like caught between here or now and the days of the fucked up shit, I'm assuming. Carving her name across your arm, so that's you know, him just wanting and wishing for her to an extreme degree, but still, we get the picturization of what he's trying to say. You know, this person is just really missing this other person, doing things like, I'm gonna leave the light on, I'm gonna lay awake for a while, and then the next transition begins with, but you had better things to do. So apparently they weren't following, and he didn't have to leave the light on a while, which is kind of sad, right? Super sad.
But you had better things to do. But you had better things to do.
Liar, 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 liar. So he's definitely saying she didn't come up.
Liar, 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 liar,
Isn't it amazing? He can sing it at such high pitch, and I mean, of course, he's like getting really close to the mic and contracting his diaphragm really tightly, but at the same time, like playing with such high energy and doing that shit is really difficult and impressive. And you could hear like his reaction when he started playing that part, and the crowd was like, "No, you're not finna short us," and they started saying liar, so he laughed, and then he joined in. That, man, I love this band, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Hold on, I just want to hear
had better things to do.
it. Look.
Of your obnoxious little brother, and kill or be killed, spell the words from your mother. I'll lay awake for a while. I'll leave the light on. Why, but you couldn't last a lifetime. Caught between here and the days of air, carving her name across your heart.
And so he goes back into you couldn't last a lifetime after extolling for a good minute and a half liar. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he said, but you couldn't last a lifetime. So after staying, I'll stay awake for a while. I'll leave the light on a while again. And then it becomes that sort of resentful, just sort of a whisper, really. I mean, he's singing it high pitched, but he's singing it delicately. So it's like a whisper of somebody thinking it in their mind, like, liar, 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 liar. You know what I'm saying? So it's and it builds until he starts going back into ignoring the words of your obnoxious little brother. And that part of the song, I'm gonna need some help deciphering, because killer be killed from it. Spilled the words from your mother. I don't know what that means. It could have been a toxic parenthood. Don't know what that means. But yeah, just had to make sure I pointed that out, because yeah, he spent a whole minute calling them a liar.
Her name cross your heart. With every wish, it's in the man. I told you so. I measured distance in life, providing the rest of my life. If you get put to sleep, like an old dog you better if you get put to sleep. I've been cautious with the words I extend. Now this year before the world starts to end.
So again, I think this was also a good song to listen to on New Year's Eve, because he says, allow this year before the world starts to end, type of deal. So that's definitely, speaks to the moment, definitely, with the current state of things in the world. But not to get all geopolitical or no bullshit like that. I'm just saying it fits. But also, let's go back a little bit. And now he says, I've been cautious with the words I extend, which is a complete 180 from what he said in the beginning when he was talking about words essentially spilling out of his mouth and wanting to tell you everything. Now I've been cautious with the words I extend because of that whole change in mindset that we saw from the vocalist or the person singing or the person's perspective that was being sung to from. We've seen the transformation throughout it sort of went from hopeful to sort of resentful, and now it's sort of like guarded. So you can see like a whole transformation within the span of this 7-minute song, and I think that's really cool. So I don't know what if you get put to sleep is all about. I think this is, if you get put to sleep like an old dog, you be better off. So yeah, I guess this is like the resentment coming out, because now he's like feeling betrayed, and so he's like, you'd be better off if you got put to sleep. Like it definitely gives me that sort of vibe. Now that the person is sort of developed, that sadness is sort of transformed and evolved into anger. So I don't know. This is just me. Like I said, this is just me trying to make the video transformative and also to analyze the context of what I'm listening to. But yeah, definitely getting into a passionate part of the song, and this is miles and miles and miles away from what we started the song at, with just the very muted guitar riff and him barely singing in a high-pitched tone. Like now we are getting into some heavy notes. But yeah.
Get put to sleep like an old dog you better if you get put to sleep. I've been cautious with the words I extend. Now this year before the world starts to end. sounds of her cry. And I woke to the sounds of him dying. And I woke to the sounds of him dying. Pray for us all. 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 For us all. Pray for us all. Pray for us all. For us all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claudio Sanchez and Coheed and Cambria, everybody. Yeah, this just a really powerful performance. I hope I didn't mess up the continuity of the song for you guys. If you enjoyed the song and you don't want to hear my yapping intermittently, I definitely recommend you go check it out. It's The Light in the Glass by Coheed and Cambria. Amazing song. The album version has harmonies and other things included in it that weren't included in this, but this was still an amazing performance. Shout out to Claudio, man. Like I said, one of the most outrageous vocalists I've ever heard in my life, and I'm just thankful to have been able to witness this band first, at an early age, and have them be a part of my life as my musical growth. And I'm thankful to be able to share my favorite band, or one of my favorite bands, with my fellow renegades. And I hope, like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys let me know what you thought of The Light in the Glass down in the comments. And I want every single one of you guys to have a blessed and not stressed, happy new year. I cannot stress that enough. If you made it this far in the video, I definitely recommend you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Yeah, the subscribe button, the red one, rectangular. Turn on your notifications. You'll know the next time I drop another video or go live or make a short or anything like that. But for now, I want to wish all you guys a safe, happy new year, healthy new year, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I don't know, it may not be one tomorrow, but I'll definitely have another video out for you guys within the next day or so. But for now, you guys stay safe, stay frosty, and if you enjoyed the video, definitely recommend you click on one of these over here and spend some more time with your boy. But till the next time, Actual out.